What up? What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay. Sorry for the late show, man. It's stupid ass computer pissing me the fuck off, man. But we here. We on the computer we was on yesterday, guys. So hopefully we get some cash. So it'll not be a long video at all. I'm basically gonna get on here and let you guys know what I'm bidding and get off, man. I'm sorry. This really just fucked my whole mood up, man. But let's get to some cash today, guys. Get to some cash. Hope you guys can hear me. Hope you can see me. It's fucking slow ass computer, man. I hope y'all here. Can y'all hear me? Can you see me? What up, my guys? Chief, Nets Bets. Everybody, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's get some cash, man. It's another good look today, if you ask me. Let's get some cash. Okay, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. Y'all was finna do one where y'all can't see me. You could hear me, but you can't see me. But let's get to it, man. First game of the day. We got the Raptors versus the Bucks here, guys. I believe Drew Holiday should still be out for the Bucks. We got the Raptors here, man. It'd be nice to have Gary Trent Jr. in this game, but the Bucks still without Drew Holiday, they can beat up on the Warriors. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell, but this team does not play with the Raptors. Seem to own the Bucks, guys. They're 4-0 straight up and against the spread last four meetings. And they've won the last three in Milwaukee as well, going back to last year. So they won both meetings this year. So in theory, you do get that double revenge spot for the Bucks, but I don't see it today, to be honest with you. Still, Raptors are nothing for me. I sprinkled something on Raptors plus the 7, so it's a small play for me. Raptors plus 7 until the Bucks show that they can get over that hump over the Raptors. You have to take the. I'm not saying you, but me personally, I'm willing to back the Raptors here. Small play. Obviously, they are at the rest disadvantage. The Bucks at the house with a day of rest. They have the 1 day rest advantage, and they didn't have to travel. We know the Raptors that laid down versus the Pistons yesterday, guys. I hope you guys know how to live bet, but you see that game. The Raptors wanted no business playing that game. It was a total look ahead, if you ask me. So I always say one thing I want to say: if you can, man, hit the like button, subscribe, but also if you notice a team's coming to play or didn't come to play, live bet, man, live bet them. But for me in this one, I can see the Raptors really expending all of their energy in this one tonight. So Raptors plus the 7, small play for me, but I do like it. And now, yeah, Giannis. Sometimes Giannis didn't play. They had Middleton. Now they have full. Well, it's still not full squad because now they just got Giannis and Middleton. Still no Drew Holiday. Still missing their main point guard, guys. So like I said, you guys can do what you want. It's not a heavy bet for me but I do like the Raptors in this one plus the 7. They keep beating the Bucks. So the Bucks can't seem to get over the hump, even beating them straight up, let alone winning by 8 points. Yeah, I sprinkled on Raptors plus the 7. It's a small play, but it's down to 6.5. I understand, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Washington, D.C. We got the Wizards here laying 7.5 points. I wasn't able to get the banners and all of that shit. It's all good, man. It really threw me out of my rhythm this morning, but it will get it right before tomorrow. For the Wizards, Bradley Beal's still out, Bertans out. I got to put the glasses on, man. That way y'all can't see everywhere where I'm looking all over the place, man. I'm all over the place, man, but I do have to play. Man. If y'all follow me on Twitter, you probably got to play last night, man. But the Blazers, I'm not betting this team, especially on the road. They got Anthony Simons back. They're 3-15 against the spread last 18 road games, man. 2-9 last 11 road games versus winning home teams. You fade the Blazers on the road, guys. I'm not saying that it's auto fade every single time, but I'm not looking to back the Blazers here. It's Wizards or nothing. Obviously, they're laying a price. You're gonna have to pay a premium to fade the Blazers. Like I say, they got Simons back, but I don't see this team. Anything can happen, guys. They can get up for any game, but this team is kind of going through the motions right now. Like I say, there's money to be made on every team, and they are catching points. They could cover here, but it's not something that I'd be willing to bet, guys. I would not be saying, oh, yeah, let me go bet the Blazers on the road. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's Wizards or nothing for me in that game. Let's go over here to the streets to Atlanta here. We got the Hawks. This line was, what's up with the Hawks, guys? They hadn't won a home game in 55 days. 2 months, these guys hadn't won a home. I don't understand how that's even possible, but it happened. Now, they've been missing Capella a lot. They are missing him. He is questionable. He's upgraded to questionable, so he could possibly play in this one. We know that this team just did a trade as well. No Cam Reddish for the Hawks. He's on the Knicks now. He won't play for a little while. His ankle is banged up, but I just thought that was pretty interesting. The Knicks have already beaten the Hawks twice this year, so they're already 2-0 straight up and against the spread against this team. We know that they're playing out. They're playing with playoff revenge, right? They'll for the foreseeable future, the Knicks will hate the Hawks forever. So and they have the rest advantage, 2 days rest advantage. It'd be interesting to see how the Knicks will look on the road here. Obviously, so the Knicks are 15-5-1 last 21 games playing on 2 days rest, guys. They're 4-1 ATS last 5. They, like I said, they got playoff revenge. Now the Hawks, they're 0-2 on their road home back-to-back. That's exactly what it is. They played a really good game, the Hawks did, versus Miami. Don't know how the hell they pissed away that cover, guys. They were down big, then they came back, got the lead, were up by 7-8 points, lost the lead again, and then they didn't even cover the 5.5, end up losing by 6. That's crazy, guys. I mean, it's actually pretty crazy. If you had the Heat, go get a lottery ticket, man. If you had the Hawks, I'm sorry, but there's situations, there are scenarios where I could see the Hawks bounce back here, but this is not necessarily a good spot, man. With 1-10 against the spread last 11 home games, you got the Knicks 8-3-1 against the spread last 12 in Atlanta. Like I say, especially them losing the playoff series 4-1 last year, they're going to want to come to play here. They have the rest advantage. I understand that the Hawks are on a losing streak, especially at the house. They're due to come up. I still could only look towards the Knicks in this one. They have a couple days rest advantage. They've matched up really well with the Hawks this year. Hawks not playing defense. They really need Capella, guys. I'm sorry, it's Knicks or nothing for me in this game, but I didn't take it. I'll be honest. I didn't take it. I'll heavy lean to the Knicks in this one. Maybe the over. I lean to the over in that one. It sounds kind of crazy. Capella likely coming back, but the Hawks have not been playing defense. They're the 30th rated. They're the 30th ranked defense in the last 5 games, guys. That was yesterday. I'm sure it got even worse. This is the worst defensive team in the league right now over this stretch. See the over in this one. Knicks defense may not be looking as good as it did in the last game as well. Heavy lean to the Knicks and the over in that one. Let's go over here to the streets of Brooklyn. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get to the top play. Like I say, if you follow me on Twitter, you got the hint last night. We're rocking with the Cavs today, guys. I'll break it down in just a second. Nets, they're laying. Call me crazy, guys. I lean the Nets here. I didn't bet it. It's at 7.5 last night. It's down to 6. Money's going to come in on the Pelicans here. Now we look at it. The Nets own the Pelicans. They low-key own the Pelicans. They're 6-0 straight up last 6 games in the series. Low-key 7-0 against the spread last 7 games. You could argue that they covered that last one, but the line actually opened up at 7.5. They won by 8. It closed at 9. So it'll look like that the Nets are 6-1 against the spread last 7. They're really 7-0 against the spread last 7 versus the Pelicans. They somewhat own them. This is the Nets' 5th game in 7 nights. It's not a back-to-back, though. They did have yesterday off. It's the Pelicans are 1-7 against the spread their last 8 road games. They turn up at the house. On the road, they don't necessarily play as well behind their home crowd, and their defense isn't as strong as well on the road. This is the Nets. Like I say, it's a bunch of counter narratives in this game. Nets 0-7 against the spread last 7 at the house, 1-6 straight up. So what's going to happen? Are the Nets, dude, they own the Pelicans, but they've been trash at the house, right? So that's why I'm staying off this game. The trends would say back the Nets against the Pelicans and to get right at the house. It's just very hard for me to trust them home, especially with them being 0-7. 0-7, like I said, last 7 at the house. So I hope that makes sense. Pelicans starting to play a lot better. They're 3-1 straight up and 4-0 against the spread. But like I say, 3 of those games were at the house. They did go up there versus Toronto and turn up. So we'll see what happens in this one. I understand why the money is coming in on the Pelicans, but call me crazy. I actually do lean toward the Nets in this one, especially coming off that 30-point loss. No KD. He'll be back in there today. Lean the Nets in that one, but I'm not betting. I can't. The way that they've been playing at the house, I'm staying off of it, guys. Philly versus Heat. This is a tough game, guys. I'll be honest. The Sixers, what they doing? They coming both teams on a back-to-back, but you got the Sixers here that's traveling on the road, right? This is a tough game. I could literally see this going any way. I didn't even write down much for this game just because I know this is one where I watch the game live bet. The Heat, this is their 2nd game back off that homestand. They took care of business yesterday. Thibault's questionable for the Sixers. Man, this game is really gonna be a playoff type of atmosphere, if you ask me. Obviously, Joel Embiid he's been going bunkers lately. He didn't break the streak of not of eight or more straight games of 30 plus. He only had 25 yesterday. This is a revenge spot for the Sixers. In theory, they lost to the Heat up there at the house early in the year, December 15th. I'd like to say I lean to the Sixers here. Unfortunately, they're on the back-to-back that they had to travel. They were at the house for it's third game in 4 nights for both teams here. It's a tough spot, man. I'll be honest. Let's get to the top play, man. Let's get to the top play. I advise live betting the game. It's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a playoff type of game. I could literally see that going either way. There's no way in hell I bet those type of games. Let's go to the streets of OKC here, guys. The Thunder took care of us up there in Brooklyn the last game. Can they do it again? I think so, guys. I think we have to ride with the Thunder today. This is a terrible spot for the Cavs, and all on the road. Then we had a terrible spot for the Grizzlies last night. They had played a few games at the house. Oh boy, let me go through it real quick. We got the Cavs, 6th game in 9 nights, all on the road. 3 games in 4 nights, all on the road. You got a back-to-back spot. It's the last game of a 6-game road trip. These guys are ready to go home. Who do they have at the house when they get back? A big game versus the Nets, right? You're going up against Western Conference opponents. This is outer conference. Now, granted, the Cavs have been not good over the past few years. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to win every single game. I have to respect it. This is a fatigue spot here in the Thunder. They're 7-1 against the spread last 8 home games. They are coming off a big win up there in Brooklyn, but they have a day of rest advantage. They do go back on the road after this game, but regardless, I think the Thunder will cluster a couple of wins here. I see the Thunder winning this game, guys. I took them +5, and I sprinkled on the money line. What was it, +190? +190. Let me see. Let me just get it for you for sure. But yeah, I sprinkled on the money line in this one. I see the Thunder winning this game. The Cavs, they've been the best first quarter team on the road. I could actually see that still going. The Cavs obviously are the better team. They have the Twin Towers with Mobley and Allen. I could still see the Cavs coming in here covering the first quarter when it's just like the game from yesterday. All the Thunder need to do is keep this game close up until halftime. Second half should be all Thunder here. I'm watching the game versus the Spurs last night. The Spurs only scored 8 points or in their last 6 minutes of the game yesterday. They were missing brick. They missed like 5 straight free throws. Spurs deserved to win that game. I'm glad that the Cavs won it. This is the letdown spot. This is the game that they'll tank at the end. You saw them running out of gas last night as well. So I think that the Cavs run out of gas in the fourth quarter in this one. Give me the Thunder +5 and a smaller play on the money line in this one. Let me just get the official. Okay, so I'm on money line +170. It was at +190 before the line move. This line is moving. I think the sharper money is coming in on the Thunder here. That's why you see it drop down to 4.5. I don't think that the Cavs should be favored in this game, to be honest with you. This is where sometimes, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this game. Sometimes the books will have a team graded so much higher because of their recent play. They're not necessarily, they know the spot that they're in, but they know that they're going to get money on the Cavs anyway. See what I'm saying? They throw that -5 out there. I'm seeing people say that it's short. It's not short. I think it's way too many points if you ask me, seeing that the spot they're in. They played in, just real quick, let me go, because one of those games in Utah at that. Portland, Golden State, Sacramento, Utah. Then they come to San Antonio. Now this is the last game road trip in Thunder. I see the Thunder win this game by 5 to 10 points, in my opinion. Thunder +5, smaller play, +170 on the money line. It is the top look of the day, my guys. Huge rest advantage spot for the Thunder in this one. Let's go over. We got a few more games here. Let's go over here to the streets of Boston. We got the Bulls versus the Celtics here. This line was at 2.5 last night. Let's see what I know. We know that the Bulls got smacked up yesterday. Unfortunately, Zach LaVine went out. He won't be in this game. Hopefully, no major knee injury. Like I say, I hope you guys know how to live bet. When he went out, the whole team for the Bulls just really let down. It even went into the second half as well. So I did have to, unfortunately, take the Warriors -9.5 in that one live bet, but he smacked the shit up the Bulls. Pre-game, I did like the situation for him, but it didn't cash, guys. It happens. Nothing's guaranteed. Zach LaVine out for this game. Now you see Lonzo Ball. My knee kind of hurt now too. I don't want to get an injury, so this could be a lingering effect for the Bulls, even though the Rose is saying we got to play hard no matter who's out there. When you see one of your better players go down with a knee injury and likely not to come back soon, it's kind of tough for you to swallow that pill the next game here. So Bulls off a couple straight losses, they could lose 3 in a row. They go out on the road here. This is a revenge spot as well. The Bulls have beaten the Celtics the last 3 times. And they beat them already early this year, November 1st, 128-114 in Boston. Could really see the Celtics getting some revenge in that one. That line was at 3. This one opens up at 2.5, but it's now sitting at 6 with the news that obviously Levine will be out and possibly Lonzo Ball. Celtics, the only way I could look in this one. Unfortunately, he could have got a lot better in line last night, but this is Celtics the only way I'd look in this one, guys. Initially I was thinking that the Bulls could possibly be pissed off that game last night, but they would definitely need Lonzo Ball in this game. They still got some ballers, but without Ball, without Levine, could definitely see the Celtics getting some revenge. Both teams on the back-to-back, but at least the Celtics didn't have to travel, right? So they do have the advantage there. What the fuck happened? Good God. Sorry, guys. I'm finna have to end the show. I gotta get this shit figured out, man. I hope you guys can still hear me. This is bad. Cavs, guys. Let's cash it. Nothing for me on Spurs. I lean the Clippers. Versus the Spurs. Spurs will get back right at some point. Hope you guys can still hear me and see me. This is bullshit right here. This computer is some bullshit. I didn't have anything on Lakers and Denver. In this Mavs versus Magic spot. Magic did come off a win, but don't be surprised if the Magic can cover this game again. Mobley, the new coach for the Magic, he used to be an assistant for the Mavs. I know that Carlisle still not over there, but Mobley still feels some type of way that he didn't get that Mavs job. So they're getting 11 here. I still lean the Magic in this game. Only official play for me, Cavs plus the 5 and the money line plus 170. I did sprinkle on Raptors as well, guys, plus the 7. They seem to own the Bucks of late. So I see the Raptors possibly win this game again, bouncing back off their Pistons off. I'm sorry about the late start. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. I will get this shit figured out. Regardless of that, let's cash, guys. OKC, the Thunder up. Let's go, my guys. Let's cash.